All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Let me just move this a little bit here. Too much. So, welcome to my new stream. We'll wait a little bit to get everything started, all that stuff. And yes, looks like everything is working. It's first episode, you could say, done a little bit differently. So apologies for any upcoming technical issues and all that stuff. But let's get started. I kind of named this the new way. Maybe a bit presumptuous of me, uh, but it's kind of starting a new journey here. I want to try some different things than I did kind of my occasional streams previously. So please bear with me as I can explain what's going on here and what's going to happen. So, first things first, for new people here, welcome. This is my personal stream, so a little bit about myself if you don't know me. My name is Jan Dvořák. I'm also known as Storyteller in the Meteor.js community. I'm developer, community organizer, also part of the Meteor Ambassadors program, running two companies, the Universe and Hand by One, which I'll be talking about, and probably occasionally by time to time. And I'm also, as you can probably guess from my current getup and the picture that I choose for this, I'm also a big fan of Japan. So that said, let us take a look. Let's move me over here. What this show will be about or not. As kind of mentioned already, this is all a big experiment. I'm moving from occasionally streaming and doing stuff to a weekly show. This is addition to Friday, where I'm together with Alan Gafar and Jan Kuster covering weekly Meteor.js news. And on Wednesday, I'll be kind of doing like a free flow stream, which will just be about, either I need to get something done and I'm just working and talking with you guys, or it will be just I'm just tired and want to relax. I'll just play some game or something like that. More details kind of on that, or I have a Twitch stream that will be set up. We shall see how much of that is going to be happening just on Twitch and how much cross with YouTube. Part of that is will also depend if I can get or buy the StreamYard subscription, all that stuff. For this show, I kind of want to follow, say, three principles, or you could say Japanese principles. At least they have been articulated most popularly in Japanese. First, calling the Shoshin, which is kind of approaching everything with beginner's mindset. So this is what I would call the usual, when we're talking about something or when talking about different topics is, okay, remember where you were when you were beginning and try to kind of approach it from that mindset, especially when dealing with people who are new to it. It won't be always possible because some topics are just there are certain prerequisites. So one of the prerequisites when talking about development, code, all that stuff, I have kind of expect you that you have background in JavaScript or have some knowledge at least of Meteor. So you're going to follow that. Another big one is Kaizen, which is kind of continuous improvement mindset. So doing small improvements one at a time, not trying to do too much as well. And part of that is because I'm also busy with so many other things that doing anything else is just not probably feasible for me. And finally, kind of maybe this strange one from the bunch is Ikigai. And that's kind of finding the meaning, of your life. And that's, I think, kind of what I'm trying to get eventually with this stream podcast or whatever it's going to turn into, is to find something that's enjoyable, that fulfills me, and that hopefully gives you a value. Well, if it doesn't give you value, then this stream is not going to survive because nobody is going to watch it. So hopefully it's going to turn into something interesting. And kind of with that is, as I go more into the topics I'll be covering here, is going just beyond the basic coding and all that stuff. If I really wanted to be sexy and have awesome things, I probably wouldn't be doing my main thing about Meteor. But it's not just about the technology. It's kind of going beyond that, so developing applications and all that stuff. I don't have currently any name for this stream, so I've been looking for suggestions. I have also kind of been looking for different way how to kind of distill the ideas kind of down from all these from these three principles and everything else. And one suggestion I got from Japanese was Susume Michi, which kind of is kind of the way forward, but I kind of want to do something maybe a bit more, say, edgy or something that kind of distills it more. And obviously, it's probably won't be any specific name. So, since one of my backgrounds is creative writing, and I like to play words and play around letters, and it's even more kind of fun with different meanings with Japanese kanji or the Chinese characters in general. I kind of put the two characters that you see there together, which would be read as Shindo, and let's say be like a new or evolutionary way. But the second character is used often like for martial arts, so that's where I'm gonna coming this way. It's because I see, and you will probably see it a lot when I start doing more into some of the topics, is programming or web development or development by itself. I don't see it just, okay, this is just a job or like interest. For me, kind of getting started doing that, there's a lot of, I could say, philosophy and other things that we kind of take on, and it requires a specific mindset to really move anywhere in it forward. So that's one of the other things that I kind of want to explore and play with and see where we can kind of go from that. So for me, this kind of entire thing is kind of how to kind of like move yourself forward, and not just like you could say spiritually or personal development, because this also has a wider impact on society as a whole, the software, hardware, all that development. And I kind of want to say can be a lot politically. I'm more of like a traditionalist or conservative, which kind of is not always playing well with technology. So I would kind of have maybe, some might say, archaic ideas or be ways of approaching things, and kind of want to bring the traditional approaches to web development or just development in general. Because I think, for example, with kind of going into the future, I think it's going to become more, or what I would like to personally see is more like of a, could say, the traditional apprenticeship approach, of where senior developers say take apprentices and teach them on, and kind of going away from the factory like go to college and you learn exactly the things, and then just go work into corporation 9 to 5 and all that stuff. I think especially thanks to AI that's going to change, but that's for a different topic. And speaking of topics, it's kind of hinted on, this is going to be a lot about Meteor.js. So we'll be doing here PR sprints, working on some different projects. But I also, as I said, want to go more into the deep things of philosophy, ethics, syntax, all that stuff, and in tech, do just like some of the news that will be mostly for Meteor.js covered in my Friday stream with Alim and Jan. Um, but I might kind of take some different things that kind of catch my attention in the wider tech or news ecosystem, and potentially something that's Meteor.js related or super interesting but doesn't really fit into our Friday show. And also, especially in the second half of the show, I will be kind of giving space for my sponsors. And speaking of sponsors, you can sponsor me on through GitHub. I have a sponsors page, so let me just grab that and put that into the chat. So if you want to sponsor me, you want to join me to discuss either whatever comes to mind or the current topics, it will depend on the specific show, then we can, then you will get a chance to come in. Occasionally, I also have some guests, and we shall see where this will go on. So that's let's see. So that's kind of what I have ideas for the show. If you have anything else, or if you want me to kind of do something, please let me know, and I'll be happy to consider that and do that. So, what are we doing on this show? And this show, what I'll be kind of spending my time here. I sadly have limited time today because of family. Family business, so I'll be only having about an hour to do stuff. And what I want to do or work on is Meteor community packages reorganization, because that's been something that has been coming up quite a bit. In this reorganization, what I want to do, I want to look on our teams, on the people that have access, and I want to make more kind of improve the structure because it was kind of done a lot as things came. So I think we can do specific things there, and I want to kind of put together a, let's say, projects or kind of list of how we go through the async world, which is a big topic with Meteor. So always, if you have like any questions, suggestion, feel free to jump in. So let's get started. So first of all, we have a lot of people. We have a lot of teams, and you can see we have like some specific these were specific packages, and then we have like, which kind of started a while ago, more of a like main teams kind of above. So what I want to first kind of go is to really separate this into what makes sense, so that we can then have more organized debates and all that stuff. For example, here we have Blaze, which is a thing on its own, and we have here for analytical packages, for account related packages, and so on and so forth. So let's kind of get this open up to see how we have everything going. And we have to make sure that we have things gone properly. So the publish composite package here, I think, well, since it's published, then I would put that. Oh, that's a kind of big thing. How do you actually specify what is what? So in databases, we have handles any database related projects like GroundDB. So let's check this out and figure this out. So databases, any related projects. This is, so yeah, we have GroundDB. Let's actually take a look on, and I want to take a look on the repositories. So we don't have, which is another thing that we need to make sure. So let's, that all the repositories have their themes and all that stuff attached. So I'll be doing this for about 15 minutes. And then if we have any guests from the sponsors coming in, then we'll be joining them, or I'll be continuing as things come on. So collaborators and teams, manage access. The databases will get right. So yeah, everything will be right to make sure that we don't have any crazy people. Oops, no, two more back. There was another ground min max. So this way we have like only few top admins that have the main tenant. So that's me, Jan Kuster, and Kali Copley, I do believe. Let's actually check that as well. We have 28 collaborators. Let's actually see CLB here. Members privileges. No. That's, let's see, where do we actually have that? Let's check, for example, here. Okay, so owner. Okay, so not exactly sure where that should be. This specific. Just a moment. Okay, where would this be? Okay. I'll have to actually check how we have this set up, because we look on all the people here, it's a lot of us. And no, that's not Justin. So, no, I'm not. Nice click. So now that I have put in Kuster, nothing changed there. So I'm not exactly sure how that works here. Never mind. Okay, we have a message from Daniel. So Daniel, once you're watching later, hello. I will be doing what you have been screaming for a while, to get more of the async await. So that will be in about 10 minutes. I'll get more into that. First, I want to kind of reorganize our teams here. Because one thing I want to kind of get rid of is to have these kind of repository specific themes on the top. So what I want to do here, we have like post CSS, stylus, and other things. So I want to get rid of that. So with databases, and there's any database related projects like GroundDB. So as I would say, for database theme, it would be Yeah, GroundDB connection like to other databases or connecting from databases. And I would like to push into that also the publications. So let's define this projects like GroundDB and publication. Is that really? I would like to, but I'm not sure if that's. We have accounts that's self-descriptive analytics. We have, I think, one package here, so that will have to be changed. Then we have hooks. So we have two packages for that. That's collection hooks and method hooks. Meteor desktop, it's a thing on its own. Let me check what is this Meteor packages repository. What are they thinking about? Okay, Stratosphere, Meteor packages, and we should add here Pacosphere as well for those guys. So let's quickly jump to Sphere, settings, some teams, teams, here packages, and Kelly Copley is admin. As the creator, he is the admin, so that's the Meteor packages. Nothing to change there. Meteor publish composite is that would be, I think, we should probably make a general publications team, or rename this to publication, and anything related to publications or data handling from server to the client should go in there. Meteor roles, let's put that under account, because that's, it cannot really be on its own without accounts. It doesn't just make that much sense. So, and then we have, of course, the styling. And schemas could potentially go under the databases as well. But that's also one. Or it depends on how we define databases. So I think I would like to have more chat, but definitely we need a. Let's see, do we have post CSS? Do you guys have any repositories assigned? That will not do. We have those repositories, they should be assigned. I don't understand why that's not happened. So let's quickly do that so we can move on to the next step. So we have the post CSS. And with that, I'm going to create a new team called styling. And that's anything related to CSS. Styling. And not really, I do not want to be in here just by my own. If anything, I am just a manager. So let me move this. This is the Meteor stylus. Styling. and post CSS, styling changes. Let's see what else do we have here. So we have testing, self-explanatory utilities. That's potentially where the entire profiling team could go under. But let's not do that. Let me check also that the desktop team is properly assigned. No, it's not. So it looks like or maybe it is. What the? Oh yeah, here it is. So it's maintained. That's actually even one above than it should be. Hmm. So that's interesting. We'll have to make sure. So profiling, yeah, publish composite. I think Meteor packages. I have to read what the packosphere. I would put, yeah, let's put this under utilities. So let's see what else do we have. Check in permission, slingshot. Yes, I think that goes under utilities. Not. Or is it? How do we actually do this properly? Because Meteor packages is its own beast, its own thing that we do. So actually, wait. Oh, Meteor publish comp. Yeah. Wait, how did I get? Did I misclick? Yes, I misclicked. Okay. Good, I didn't finish that. Profiling. Let's meet. Oh, no repositories. But this one is definitely for utilities. So scalability, it's its own thing. Schema, styling, testing, TypeScript compiler, I'm going to move under utilities as well. Now then, routers. That's a team. Let's see, we have Picker, which is going away with Meteor 3, and we have React Router SSR, which, well, that's a good question. What's going to happen with this? After Meteor 3, we have Express, so there might be some Express plugins for React Router related stuff. Oh. Okay, so I think that works. Let me also have to think about this in terms of how I kind of want to, or how we kind of want to have the structure of of the organization into the future, and especially how to get more engagement, because uh, what I really want is the teams to become more involved, to have more people involved, and hopefully kind of like then come together representatives from like the different teams, like to like a council to discuss things that affect the organization and all that stuff. So that would be kind of like my long-term plan for this. So that's why I'm trying to kind of put things more where they belong, because I don't necessarily like want to have like here, individual packages to be kind of like completely at the top. Um, so Meteor publish composite, what to do with you and Meteor packages. Okay, Meteor packages now this will have to be renamed, and I will theme for and tools for packages. And into this is also going to come we have here should be somewhere repository template package. So I will have to put that into that theme. So mhm. So that's there, and let's see. So nice name for that. So if we look at it, let's just take your text. We have accounts. Those definitely have, if you're kind of like looking, okay, what are like the people we want to always discuss uh, when something happens. Another thing would be analytics. Not sure where they are. Blaze definitely needs to be there. Databases, hooks, desktop, packages, um, routers. I'm not so sure. Availability, schemas, styling, testing, and utilities. So routers and analytics, I'm not so sure that should be kind of on the top. But yes, analytics for sure, we can still put them. And then we have routers, which I don't think we necessarily have specifically something. And I think that one is going to go away anyway. So last thing from that we really need to decide, or I need to figure out, where does the freaking publish composite theme go to? So it's publication. It's expanding of publication. So it's not necessarily like into the database theme entirely. It might be like, to make utilities, but Okay, right now I'm going to just put it. If I look here, ground DB is primarily ground DB. Okay, right now I'll just put it under databases. And or is it hook? That's another possible approach, that it's a hook, because it's not like really hook that it does something specifically, but it goes into the publication and difficult. Yes, it's an extension of the publication thing, which deserve its own theme in a way. So which goes under scalability. There we have various uplog, and that's similar but different, because for this sorry, not various, Grapher. Grapher is the one that's similar but different, and Grapher also kind of falls under scalability because of what it's doing. Oof. Collection and method. I think hooks are quite well defined. Okay. I will temporarily put it under databases. And from that, we shall see what's like at the next time, how we are going to progress forward. So that has kind of cleaned things a little bit up. Again, continuous improvement. Next step would be to kind of, well, we'll have to reach out to everybody who is here in some shape or form, to reorganize things and ask them for potential commitment. Because right now it's like really depends. Like, we have our 3 main admins, out of which 2, including me, are constantly active. In testing recently, we've got Nacho Coroner being active in one of the packages, so that's great. So we'll have to kind of do big revision here of everybody who wants to be involved or not, so that we can kind of wiggle it down to the most active people, so that we can then from there on, provide better structure organization wise, hopefully service wise as well. Kind of get back to getting the packages up to speed and all that stuff. So, and then it will be all about also checking that the proper teams is assigned. Yes. And I'm just going to put this to right. So, and that will be like one big discussion that we'll have to have in the future as well. All right, went a little bit over time, more than I wanted. Next step is to get into what we have here. We have kind of 2 relevant boards here. One is kind of my work, so let's quickly review where I am at on different things. So this has been done. I have to look into all of those. This one is done. This one I need to get Jan Kuster to look into. That's one more for inclusion. Let's see. Then big important one to fix user status. More into our template package, and then there's a lot more other things. So here in Picker, but I will probably have to update this. So that one is gonna for my stuff, not that important. Okay. So I can take Blaze is moving forward. With stuff we have that, and we need here's kind of what we need to investigate, how much of things that we need to finish and move over. So this is kind of like the big overview of where are we at, and I think how are we going to do this properly? First of all, archive all here, so it's clear. I think we need to do here like one more column. Let's see. Apologies, I have my microphone in the way. No. How do I add? Yeah, okay, here it is. So, because we have kind of version done, and let's put purple on it, and the issue that this is async functions alongside sync functions. So move to 2.8 plus. Okay, so that's what this means is that actually that's where currently the roles are. That this package has a version for or like has async versions of all the calls, and alongside potentially of with the normal synchronous calls, so that you can have it in you can kind of start migrating towards the async from version Meteor 2.8. So that's where we are from what I remember. And here we have kind of the priorities. I'm going to change that. By the way, if anybody wants to take on this and kind of move that forward, that would be super welcome. And let's see. Lot of packages, as you can see. Oh, all right. 16:45. I have 15 minutes before I need to run, which is unfortunate. So, if any of the sponsors are listening, I've sent you a link via GitHub that you can join to the stream. So, feel free to come on in. I'll be happy to add you. We can chat. So, quite big question is what's kind of the priority here? And really, we have not looked into any of these. So, I think picker, I will finish. I'll have to check into that. Really, it's in progress. I have done like the initial that it might not be needed, but definitely have to do some migration there, at least for 2.8 to be fibers free, so that people can use that version. And there will be additional stuff needed. Okay. So let me things nicer. Uh, and get this thing. And nope. Let's put a detective here. Blue. Transitionary version. Done. Let's put actually no, that will be a for done. I'm this thing here, and for done details that will be green. Come on, I'll grab the green check mark. Async migration not needed. Actually, let's not just do async, but Meteor 3 migration needed. No, the one I want handshake. Also green. It's positive. Okay, so that makes it nicer. Okay. Let's see where we go. Stratosphere will definitely require migration like crazy. This is not just me async await, it's also Meteor 3. There is more the progress of migration towards me. And wait, there was okay, status. Good. A lot of these, once we actually get to them, will be also require general update as well. So Meteor auto form will definitely be Mr. as a Blaze person. So after we kind of get the picker done, collection 2 will require a major investigation and definitely will require migration. No doubt about it. I put check npm version on the top, or like the second place here as well, because of it's actually a very important package. Internally, I don't think there might. We'll have to check. I don't think that there will be any big change needed there, if any. Raise upload and grapher, very important to get started on those soon. I'm not the best person for that. So again, looking for people to take that on. Meteor collection hooks, I can definitely, just by the nature of it, will require it. So somebody can welcome autoform, tabular, elastic, APM. I think maybe not that much for elastic APM, but it requires a general upgrade. Stratosphere as well. For testing, like Mochacore, that one is actually done. Oh, if we don't have Gruba here. This one is managed by all the testing ones are, I think, already. Let's actually double check. I think there might be already pull request on in this regard. Yes, Meteor 3, removing fibers from package. So that one is in progress, or almost done. Let us check Meteor Mocha if it has one. Yes, and let's merge this while we are at it. Doesn't change anything. So this one is also in progress. Happy as. This one, autoform themes, again, Oriana will have to manage that. I'm not into it. Mongo collection instances definitely is going to be having that. Meteor packages as well. Fast render will have not a single wait, I think, for the most part, but kind of connect to express migration to handle. Collection expression is in the name. And I am again assigning to all the autoforms and similar autocomplete. Yes. Stylus. That's not going to be a pleasant operation. I think I might need to push user status more up because it's also something broken in it for production. And it's not that big of a package, so I'll have to check into that, and probably best to deprecate, but I'll have to really look into that. Publish composite also actually needs to be put to the top, and that's already finished, and it's in progress. We actually have a transitionary. I guess this will have to go to me working on it. We have a transitionary package version done, but it needs still some fixes. So, and here, TypeScript denormalize. Okay, method hooks also have to go to collection hooks. Let me check if. Okay, it's just the same traverse issue, nothing to worry about here. Well, there was one package that piqued my interest that I wanted to check on before I have to go. Okay, we still have the browser tests, which don't have nothing here, so yikes. But this might be already handled by Nacho, so I will have to ask him if he wants to kind of manage that. So, and that one should be also kind of top because it's testing, so that one needs to be managed. Let's put it here. Meteor time sync, yes. Partitioner will require major upgrade. I'm actually looking at it earlier today for one of my projects that it might be, but it's maybe a bit too much from what I need. So collection, I think that's gonna generally most of it. I think we have like one or two packages that we have not listed here. So that's something that we'll have to kind of go and make a big check about all of these. You can see it's a lot of packages. So if anybody wants to help us out and, kind of lead progress on any of these, would be very happy to help you out. Except probably won't have time to do the coding for you, so you have to do most of the coding, and I can then manage with all the other necessary stuff like putting up together changelog documentations, releases. That's kind of my main role as the maintainer, putting up all the necessary documents together and publishing releases. With most of these packages, I'm not involved necessarily in coding, but if there's something, then I'm happy to merge it, happy to release it, and move things forward. So I don't see anybody joining so far. So that's there. So here we have this thing as the other board. And that one is just not logged. I think I'm going to release it because it's just not. How do I actually do that? Let's do it probably here. Deleted this project because we have the other one, which is more comprehensive. So you can check here how we are doing on the progress. That will be it for today. As I said, apologies. I have to keep it only 1 hour short for this initial stream. I hope it kind of gave you some idea of how this is going to look. We'll be working or we'll be discussing things. I hope we can get more people to come here, discuss. I have a small partnership with Meteor Software themselves, so I suspect that we'll have guests coming here from Meteor Software to work on stuff. Most of the times I suspect we'll be doing together pull request sprints. So it will be me just pushing, hey, merge this already, and publish a new Meteor release. Speaking of new Meteor releases, there was Meteor 2.14 new beta today, I think, or maybe yesterday. Let's just double check here at the end. Okay, nice. Harry is giving here some feedback. That's very nice. Yes, 2.14 is 15 hours ago from this stream. So on Monday, the 20th of November 2023, we have Meteor 2.14 Beta 2 available for people. So I'll quickly check here these comments and from Harry, and then will be off. Aside from minor change documentation, change log great release overall. Thank you for publishing this through. We might do another release after this before big 3.0. Yes, that's very likely. That's let me put here. Please look at this. We are still in beta, so there will be some to do still. So let's see. Maybe you ought to mention CommonJS PR you did. Let's see, which one was this CommonJS? I think it's not necessary. It is not really necessary as it does not anything. Might be published anything, and we did not publish npm packages just for that. Right. Add it to the change log. So what Harry is what he's referring here, there has been this future proving of npm packages, and that's from Node.js 21.1. If you need to kind of add the type into the package.json of your npm package, if it's CommonJS or modules or whatever, so that Node itself doesn't have to guess from like the content of your imports and all that stuff, and so that it's then faster when dealing with those packages. So that's there. And here it's for the open, which opens up the browser once it starts. And I would like to lobby to make it default in 3.0. So we see like in other big things, we have like an option, and I would like to make this kind of the default in 3.0. So I went a little bit over time than I wanted to. So, oops, and I didn't show you the screen. So never mind. Let me then quickly finish up here. So next time, again, will be Monday. I haven't published the episode scheduling yet because we are going to do a Blaze PR sprint with Jan Kuster and probably Gabriel Gruba as well. The question is, though, if it's going to be at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Central European time. That's the only change that might happen right now to the next week's podcast or stream or however you want to call it. So that's that. And one more time, again, I would like to thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to visit my sponsorship page. It will be in the comments, and I'll probably put it in the description as well. And sponsor me so that you also get a chance to appear on these shows. So with that, I have a bus to catch. So I'll see you all next week. Thank you very much. Again, like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know that this is happening, especially if you like it. Let me know your suggestions, questions, and I will see you next time.